Hi there, I'm Pastor Brian, and it's time for Questions from Kids. Miles from Sonoma, California asks,
One of my classmates has different beliefs about God than I do. How do I know what is really true?
Miles, that's a great question. A lot of times people around us have very different beliefs than we do. There are different religions, and sometimes some people think that all religions are true. They're all equal. They're just different ways to explain what is true. But that's a problem for us as believers. We know that in today's Bible story, for example, we saw that God gives us the power to stand up for the gospel. And that includes standing up for what is true and standing against what is not true. See, the problem for us as Christians is that Jesus claimed to be unique. He said that he is the only way a person can be saved. There's no other way to God but through Jesus. So these other religions that suggest there's another way to God, to be right with God, apart from Jesus, can't be true. Either Jesus is right and all the other religions and beliefs are wrong, or Jesus was wrong, and it really doesn't matter. But we know that Jesus was not wrong. We know that Jesus is right. So can we know that Jesus was true then? Well, yes, we can. And really, I think the greatest evidence that Jesus is right, that we're right to follow him, we're right to reject all these other beliefs and religions, is the Bible. Think about the Bible. It's one book that was written over a couple thousand years by over 40 different authors on 3 different continents in 2 languages, and yet it has one cohesive story without error. There's no compromise or error. It's one story about God's plan to save people through Jesus. That is great evidence that the Bible is reliable. But even more than that, there's other evidence to support the Bible, evidence to support the resurrection, evidence to support the accounts in the Bible that it's a true story. So there is plenty of reason based on the Bible alone to know that Jesus is true, that we're right to follow him. But there's another great example of evidence, and it's our changed lives. Think about the power that we've experienced in God changing us. The forgiveness, the peace, the joy, all this just proves even further that Jesus is right, that Jesus is real, that we're right to follow him. So here's a question back for you. How well do you know the Bible? What can you do to better understand God's Word?